Okay, what's good guys? Welcome to another video, and as you can see, this isn't a usual video. As you can see, I'm on my desktop setup. You might know me from some other channels, but anyways though, today I wanted to talk about my progression lifting at the gym as a skinny guy and how I've actually managed to progress, gain weight, improve my lifts, and actually, like, it actually works, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to be someone who used to go to the gym a lot, but maybe I didn't eat enough, or maybe I didn't track my calories, or maybe I was just lifting random weights or doing random exercises with terrible form. So today, I kind of wanted to break down how in 2 months, I've gone from 160 pounds soaking wet to now weighing 176.8 pounds as of this morning. And I've managed to continuously progress on all of my lifts every single week without fail. So starting off, I just want to say that, how do I put this? Like I said, I used to be a casual gym person. I used to go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? I used to do like just whatever. Maybe I didn't eat enough food. Maybe I was just doing random weights, whatever. I used to just go pretty much for fun, whatever. And I thought, you know, it was actually going to work and I was actually going to progress. But I just wanted to come on here and say, first things first, if you truly want to progress, if you truly want to build a dream body, maybe you want to be like me, maybe you're a skinny guy like me. Okay. Mainly this is a video. I guess if you weigh more, this also works as well. But I guess this is more for people who are in my situation. But if you used to be like a skinny guy, you know what I'm saying, and you truly want to progress, there's a few things that you're going to have to do, okay? And we're going to be going over them in this video, okay? So number one is going to be, this is the number one thing, is obviously getting your calories in, okay? And I'll just start with this. This is your most important part. And I want to start off by saying is I always used to think I was eating so much food. I thought I was going freaking crazy, eating all this food, all this stuff. But let me tell you, I definitely was not. Okay, I was nowhere near the calories that I need to hit, especially now that I'm actually on a diet and I'm hitting the calories daily. You eat a lot more food than you actually think. And the other thing I want to say is, if you're someone who thinks, like, my big thing is that I used to think I'm eating so much food because I'd have like an insane dinner, but I'd never have a breakfast, I'd never have a lunch. I would, if I had snacks, and maybe it was like 2 cookies and a Rice Krispie treat, you know what I'm saying? Not much to speak of. And I just wasn't hitting my calories. And the point I'm getting at is, you're not going to progress at all. Like, completely just wrap it up. Maybe you'll get stronger on your lifts because it's just your body getting used to like hitting the weight and doing the same exercise. But in terms of growth, gaining weight, building a better physique, none of that will happen unless you hit your calories. So if you can't do that, then you won't be able to progress onto any of the other steps. Okay. So what I highly recommend, okay, and I know this might sound scary to a lot of people, but please get a calorie tracking app. Okay, please get a calorie tracking app. I pay for one, which I'm going to pull up on my phone right now, called Macro Factor. It's by Jeff Nippard. He's the freaking GOAT. I love that guy. But anyways, as y'all can see, you got to track your food every single day. My camera's being trashed, so it's not really focusing. Okay, it almost just focused there. It focused for like half a second. But anyways, the point that I'm getting at is you want to be tracking your food. Now, the other thing I want to point out is it might sound scary. It might really, really sound scary, right? But listen, okay, the only thing that really matters when tracking your calories, listen, they got carbs, they got fat, they got protein, they got calories. Those are the 4 things, all right? Obviously, people talk about carbs, they talk about you don't want to get fat, and they talk about protein, and then obviously your total calorie intake, okay? All that you're going to really care about, if you are in my situation, is hitting those calories and hitting that protein, okay? And when I say this, like, this is the thing a lot of people don't get. Obviously, you don't want to eat unhealthy, but you don't got to eat super insanely healthy, okay? Personally, I like eating a lot of fruits and stuff now, so it's not a big issue with me. But, like, as long as you're hitting your protein goal and your overall calorie goal, you will freaking progress. So for me, I'm 6'1" or 6'2", I don't freaking know. And my calorie goal is 3,000 every single day. It's actually a little lower now. It's 2,800, but I aim to hit 3,000 every day. It's just what I've been doing. And the protein goal for me is 160 pounds. So everyone already knows this, but what matters is, like, say you weigh 160 pounds. You likely want to consume 160 grams of protein every single day, okay? So another thing I will say, so since we pretty much went over that, guys, just hit your calories. I'm telling you, get a calorie tracking app. That was like the main point for point 1, is just get a calorie tracking app. And realistically, you only got to focus on hitting your calories and your protein. Those are the 2 most important parts, okay? So if you do that, I promise, I 100% promise, you will gain weight. You will definitely gain weight. And if you are training combined with that, the weight will be muscle, okay? But also, if you're just eating food and you're hitting the calories, hitting the protein, but you're not training, then it's going to be fat, okay? Obviously, you'll probably gain a little bit of muscle, but it'll more or less be fat. So obviously, you have to be training if you're doing this. But if you get this, and if you get a calorie tracking app, you will progress, okay? As long as you hit your calories every single day. And I look at it personally. I look at it as like a game, okay? I love hitting the numbers. It's super satisfying, getting the streak, all that stuff. So I've been doing it. Super nice. Anyways, though, I want to move on to the second point. This is a huge point, which I want to bring up. Actually, let me grab my gym bag real quick. So as y'all can see, in here I have a notebook, right? I have a notebook. Okay. So this is something that has allowed me to continuously progress every single week. And this is honestly, my opinion, when you're going to the gym, this is the most satisfying part. Okay. I personally, this is how I do it. Most people don't do it like me, but I'm just like really addicted to the process right now. But every single session, you track your sets, you track your days, you track everything. And the reason you do that is because every time you go back to the gym, you will actually be able to progress, and you will literally see your progression week by week because you're tracking everything. Okay, this is I'm kind of overdoing it, but this is something that's been so helpful to me, and it has allowed me to progress, get stronger, get bigger literally every single session, not even every week. Every session, I improve on at least 1 to 2 lifts. Keep in mind, I am in my beginner phase. I am in my beginner gains phase, but this has been extremely helpful for me. So, for example, last week you did, this is actually my progression in my 2 months. So when I started off, I was hitting 135 on the bench, right? 135 for maybe 6 to 8 reps. Okay. And then when you get, so pretty much you want to aim to be in my opinion, you want to aim to be between 4 to 10 reps on everything. Okay. And so say, for example, that means you want to pick a weight that you can only do for maximum 10 reps, right? And this goes to my second point, which is it's okay if you get past 10 reps. Like if you get past 10 reps on the exercise that you're doing, you need to increase the weight. And that means, and keep in mind, not only am I telling you to increase the weight, that also means you progressed and you got strong enough where you can do that many reps and it's time to increase the weight. It's super satisfying, at least in my opinion, when you're able to finally increase the weight. And that's why my current bench, like we've gone all the way up to, I wanted to check because I actually just had a bench session yesterday. We did 175 for 3 reps, okay? And then my second set was 155 for 9 reps. And then if I compare that to my last chest session before that, which was 3 days prior, I had hit, actually it's a while ago, but that session before we hit 175 for 2 reps. So we increased by 1 rep. And then for our second set, which was 155, last week we had hit that for 4 reps. And this week we hit it for 9. So that is crazy progression. And that means on my next session, I'm getting close to being able to progress on pretty much everything. Okay, so week by week, you will get stronger. And this also combines with if you're eating enough food and stuff, like you will get stronger. It's so satisfying to track everything. I'm kind of a nerd. Like I literally go into the gym and I have my notebook with me and I write down every single exercise. Like I said, I'm a bit different. I'm addicted. And the other thing is like, it's like a game to me. Like I view this as like a video game and it's just so satisfying increasing in your lifts. And it also, the number one thing, this goes back to like one of my starting points where like I used to go to the gym kind of just for fun and I just did a bunch of whatever, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Tracking your exercises means you won't go into the gym guessing, oh, did I hit this week? Did I hit this weight last week? Because when you're doing like 30 different exercises, because you should always be switching it up, you know what I'm saying? If you get too used to your current regimen, always switch it up because you will progress way faster, I promise you. But the main point I was getting at is that if you're tracking it week by week, you will be able to see the progression and you will also not be guessing your weights. You'll know what your weight is. So you're not just going around like, I think I hit this, I think I hit that. And then not being able to get between that 4 to 10 rep range. Because the biggest thing is you want to get between that 4 to 10 rep range, 2 sets, 3 sets. Usually, like it depends on exercises. Personally, I'm a guy, I do 2 sets of everything. Okay. The only time I'll do 3 sets is if I'm getting into the gym. Oh, there's two reasons I would do more than 2 sets. One is, say for that bench, for example, I hit 175 pounds for 3 reps. So I was not in between the 4 to 10 rep range. So I ended up doing 1 more set of 135 pounds for like 10 reps, just so I can get more reps. Okay. But if you're hitting between 4 and 10 reps, you're good. Okay. And then what was I talking about? This. By the way, guys, I'm completely freeballing this video. I think you guys could tell. But the other thing I was talking about is, like I said, you'll just know you'll know you're progressing every week. You'll be able to see everything, and you won't be going in. You won't be guessing your weights, and yeah, it's freaking great. Okay, so I'm just trying to think about what we touched on. So we touched on the food, which was a big thing. We touched on tracking your sets. Honestly, in my opinion, if you're like, these are the two most important things. If you like, how do I put this? The main point I want to get at is if you truly want to get your dream body, you truly want to be jacked, you need to do things. You need to go that extra mile, right? You like, if you really want to get like an insane physique, an insane build, whatever, you have to go that extra mile, okay? I know you might be watching this video, you're like, oh, Jason, you want me to track my sets, you want me to track my calories, get a calorie tracking app, all this stuff. Yes. Honestly, if you truly want it bad enough, like, then you want to hold yourself accountable, get a freaking app, get a notebook, and track everything. And it'll also hold yourself accountable, and you will literally see the progression week by week. And then anything else I wanted to touch on is, one is that you don't have to work out 6 days a week, okay? You do not have to work out 6 days a week. I personally do work out 6 days a week, but if you get in 3 good sessions, say you get in a chest session, a back session, and a leg session for the week, because like I do a split where I do those 3 sessions, but I do them twice every week. But if you do it just once a week and all of those, oh, this is the other thing I want to touch on. If you're doing those and you're hitting that rep range and you're going to failure, because when I was talking about 4 to 10 reps, that means 10 reps, you want to go till you fail. You want to go to the death. You will see progression. Like, if you truly want to get bigger, you need to lift heavy weights. There's no doing 40 reps, freaking all this. I mean, abs is a little different. Abs, you can get away with doing more reps because it's just the type of muscle that it is. But like, if you want to get big shoulders, big chest, big back, you got to be doing lots of weights. It's a low rep range, high weight to failure, okay? Because failure, like on that last rep, that is when I would say you get like 50% of the stimulus. Like half of everything from that entire, say you did 8 reps. On that last rep is like half of all those reps worth of stimulus for your muscles. So you've got to be going to failure. And like I said before, you don't need it. Like, you don't need to have six goes a week to the gym. You know what I'm saying? If you get 3 in for every single body part, and you know those were freaking insane lifts, you're good to go. And the other thing I wanted to touch on is you don't got to be doing 40 exercises. Usually I aim to do like 3 to 4, like say I go in on a chest day, I'll do 3 to 4 chest exercises. And then I'll probably, since it's a tricep, I'll probably do two tricep exercises maybe, and a shoulder exercise. Cause I end up doing shoulders, like side delts versus rear delts. They're just the 2 parts of your shoulder. I usually do 1 part of the shoulder for chest day, and then today's back day. So I'll do the other part of my shoulder for, that day. So I've been currently thinking about switching to a 4-day split, but currently I'm on just the 3-day split, and then just repeat, obviously. But I've been thinking about maybe mixing in a specific arm and shoulder day. Not sure yet. If you guys have been watching the videos, you already know. But yeah, so like I said, you don't need to go 7 days a week, 6 days a week. As long as you're getting solid freaking lifts, you're hitting every body part. You know what I'm saying? You can easily get away with 3 days a week. You know what I'm saying? Super easily. And then lastly, the last thing that I wanted to touch on is keep in mind, I am not a professional saying all these things. I'm just simply telling you guys what I have been doing and what has been working for me extremely well, by the way, extremely well. And it's been making me super happy and actually like the want to go to the gym. But what I wanted to say is, in terms of literally the way you look, I'd say I've only seen like slight changes. I'm only 2 months in, keep that in mind. But I've only seen physique-wise slight changes. I'll probably throw up some pictures or whatever. Keep in mind, I do just want to say, I feel like I have pretty solid genetics. That is the other reason I said to imply the strategy of tracking your sets, because even if you literally don't see a physique change, you will see your strength increasing because you're tracking your sets every week and you're like, oh, I'm getting stronger. I can do more reps of this. And if you keep doing that, you will get bigger. You will get bigger and you will get stronger. So just keep doing that. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to touch on that. If you have any questions, comment down below. This is what's been working for me, and I just want to help you guys out. So, and anybody watching, I want to help you out. So if this was helpful, just, yeah, hope y'all like this. Hope this was helpful. Let me know if I should do more videos like this. And yeah, till next time, see ya.